Located in the western Sierra Nevada of central California, bounded on the southeast by the Sierra National Forest and on the northwest by the Stanislaus National Forest, lies a beautiful, vast wilderness that attracts over 4 million people every year. This land, covering almost 1,200 square miles, was officially designated as a World Heritage Site in 1984. Best known for its captivating waterfalls, it's also famous for its clear streams, ancient and giant sequoia groves, its lakes, mountains, meadows, and glaciers. It is also home to one of the world's natural wonders, Yosemite Valley. The National Park Service describes the valley as a shrine to human foresight with the strength of its granite, its persistence of life, and the tranquility of the High Sierra. But not all was tranquil in the national park. In June 1909, a 25-year-old man named F.P. Shepard went missing under unusual circumstances. An immigrant who arrived in 1902, he was the sole provider for a sister and her 2 children in England. He lived in San Francisco while working for a jewelry company, which paid for his hotel accommodation. It allowed him the time to work on night school and to take vacations. One such vacation was with friends in Yosemite. On a Thursday afternoon, the group left the Glacier Point Hotel on a hike to Sentinel Dome. The walk proved full of laughter and banter until heavy fog rolled in. Everyone but Shepard elected to abandon the hike in favor of returning to the hotel. Shepard laughed and was said to have remarked that he guessed he'd try to make it. Though not meant to be ominous at the time, events overshadowed his words. While the others made their way back to the hotel, Shepard set off down the trail and out of sight. It was the last time he was ever seen. The rest of the group made it back to the hotel and waited for him. But when evening fell, there was still no sign of him. An air of anxiety gripped them. When they realized Shepard was not coming back, they reported him missing. An official search began the next morning. Soldiers from a nearby U.S. cavalry troop were sent in first to find the missing man. The original hiking group formed another search party with other hotel guests. Experienced guides of the area also joined the search for Shepard. The woods were scoured and people shouted themselves hoarse in the next few hours. The guides believed they would find him, but they couldn't locate any trace of him. At some point during the search, the area was once again hit with heavy fog. The search was postponed as visibility decreased greatly. On the 19th of June, the Oakland newspaper stated, "Shepard was without food or blankets and a heavy drizzle of rain shrouded the whole country when he set forth. Today, a thorough exploration of every ridge and canyon within miles of the hotel is being made. He will no doubt be found before night." Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. When the search failed, bloodhounds were brought in. Days after the initial disappearance, the San Francisco Call reported, "From canyon to peak, the hounds will feel their way, led by the peculiar memory of an odor sniffed from a glove. Seldom has a more precarious scent been followed by the bloodhounds, and rarely has a wilder country been scouted for a lost person by dogs. It is thought that the only hope of finding Shepard rests with the dogs. For cavalrymen and tourists in the valley have, for 4 days, searched the mountainsides for the missing man and have given up hope." It was reported from Yosemite Valley last evening that the cavalrymen who had been searching for Shepard returned to their camp discouraged. They had not found a trace of the young man. 25 of the soldiers went as far as Illilouette Canyon, but to no purpose. It is feared that the wild canyons bordering the valley have claimed another victim. The San Francisco Call also reported something very unusual under the subheading Minotaur Sacrifice. It read, "Young Shepard may be the sacrifice which seems yearly to be paid among the tourists to the valley as to the fabled Minotaur in compensation for the pleasure which the valley gives. This seems like wild speculation blended with metaphor or horror storytelling taken from ancient Greek myth, though it is interesting to note the mention of yearly disappearances, when Shepard is considered the first person to ever go missing in Yosemite. In this instance, the dog search failed and they never picked up his scent at any point during the search. In fact, over a century later, no trace of Shepard has ever been found. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you want. There's always more history, mundane and unusual.